friends. Welcome to MusiCity Kids. My name is Tamara with Love in a Big World, and I'm so glad you're here. Today, we're talking about constructive conversations. How can we work through challenging or difficult topics with our friends and family and keep those relationships intact? Well, it requires courtesy. That means thinking of others first and minding our manners. Honesty, speaking and acting truthfully, as well as kindness, treating others the way that we want to be treated, and making sure that we set the ground rules for how we communicate with one another. So we'll be exploring that today. First up, we're going to take a listen to some spoken word.
Making a request with please, a gracious thank you, an honest you're welcome, a simple excuse me, a sincere I'm sorry, firm handshakes and eye contact, warm welcomes, smiles, a friendly tone of voice, a positive attitude, hospitality, helping others feel comfortable, being nice, being willing to serve, being good to others. Courtesy.
Hey Tamara, it's Steve here from South Africa. Today we're going to be talking about math and something scientific. One thing I want to know is, have you ever gone outside to look at the stars? You know, when you look up and you see those beautiful bright shiny lights, you think to yourself, I'm looking into the future. Well, actually you're not. You're looking into your past. Now you're probably wondering, how is that possible? So let's backtrack a little bit. We'll do this in small chunks. If I go outside and I stand on top of a mountain and I go, hello, and I hear, hello, coming back, that is my echo. And the reason why it takes a while to travel there and back is because sound travels from one spot to another, hits the wall, and bounces back. We could measure that distance and how long it takes, and we can work out the speed of sound. Now we use the metric system, so for us, sound is 330 meters a second. Now, what about light? Does light travel at the same speed as sound? Not at all. In fact, light travels so quickly that we have measured it to be 330,000 kilometers per second. What I'm really saying is that light is 1,000,000 times faster than sound. Now, why is this so important? Well, the moon is approximately 300,000 kilometers away from Earth. So if you go stand on the moon and switch on a bright light, we will see that 1 second later. So the moon is 1 light second away. Our sun, if you were to switch it off, we would only see the darkness 8 minutes later. Why? Because the light that's traveling from the sun, it is so far away that it's going to take only 8 minutes to reach us. And now when you look at a star that is 10,000 light years away from Earth, it means that the light traveling at its incredible speed will take 10,000 years to reach us. That is how far away that star is. Which means that when you look at that star at night, you are looking at the light that has just arrived from 10,000 years ago. Whew. That is very far away. So hopefully you've learned something new today, that when you go outside, you look at those stars, you're looking back in time. You're looking at history right in front of you. That's what I've got for you today.
If your life could speak, how will it graph on a lie detector test? Would it pass with flying colors? Or leave us with more questions on our chest? Will truth reveal itself? In the presence of your reflection, is honesty temporary? Or with a lifetime warranty for protection? Do you try honesty on for size like a pair of jeans at the mall? Or do you wear it like a skin? Integrity and all.
All right, here's a reading suggestion for you today. The Honest to Goodness Truth by Patricia McKissack. And in this story, you'll find out that our hero, Libby, learns the hard way about being honest at the right time, in the right way, for the right reasons. It's a great story to share and talk about with your family. Next up, we've got Miss LaWanna with a fall art project.
Hi everyone, it's Miss LaWanna again. Good to see you. Hey, I've got a really fun craft I want us to get into today. Now, as you know, fall is my favorite time of the year. I love the weather. I love apple cider. I love all things pumpkin. And so we're gonna do a craft today that is another item or character that is associated with the fall weather. You know, fall is also a time of harvest, and it's typically when the farmers go out and begin to harvest all of the vegetables and plants and everything that they've been planting all year round, that they've been taking care of all year round, and now it's time to, they're all grown up, and now it's time to harvest all that great food, fresh food like corn and beans and all those wonderful things. So that's really one of the other things that fall is associated with, is harvest. So this craft we're working on today has something to do with something farmers do. Let's get to it.
Okay, so for this one, we're gonna need about 10 to 12 popsicle sticks, yellow, orange paint, and craft glue, and a marker, and your paintbrush. So let's line them up, the popsicle sticks, and you're going to glue these together in one big piece. So spread your craft glue on top. You can use your finger. If you don't want to get messy fingers, use a brush, and just spread it on top. And make sure they stay lined up because we're gluing them all together. And you're gonna have to give this some time to dry, so you're gonna put it to the side. Just a quick little tip, sometimes when I'm in a hurry, I'll use the hair dryer to dry my crafts faster. Okay, now it's dry. One big piece. Gonna dry off my paintbrush and add some yellow paint. I'm gonna paint the entire thing a light coat of yellow paint, all right? Okay, take that extra last popsicle stick, add some craft glue and put it across the top, just a little part across the top. And we're gonna paint that orange. I wonder if you can tell what this part is going to be painted orange. Maybe after we apply the eyes, you'll know what it is. Put that to the side to dry, and use our construction paper to draw some circles and cut those out. That's gonna be our eyes. Let's put our eyes on with a little craft glue, okay? Any guesses yet what this is going to be? I know in a moment, as soon as we draw his smile, you'll know. Okay, and it is a scarecrow. Now I'm gonna take some old newspaper and cut up some little strips and stick them together with craft glue and add them to the backside, and it's gonna look like stuffing or maybe even hair for my scarecrow. Back to you.
Sometimes a smile is a gift. A helping hand is a lifesaver. And choosing words that build can change a person's world. It's the move you make that benefits. The choice you make that prods connection. It's what is needed. Sometimes it's sharing a meal. Helping others when they fall. It's considering another's needs. See, in this world, we all need it. This place can be tough and days can be hard. Sometimes it's a listening ear, an encouraging word, silence and presence. 'Cause life comes at you hard. Sometimes it's a small act, a grand gesture, or an action that pushes someone to keep going through the day. It's what we need in this world. The gift we can give one to another. Kindness.
All right, friends. So, in our world today, there are a lot of people arguing about a lot of different things. And arguing doesn't get us anywhere. Instead, we need to have constructive conversations. That means we need to be courteous, honest, and kind, even as we're talking about difficult things. In order to do that, we need to set the rules of engagement, establish some boundaries for how we talk with one another, so we can come to a good conclusion. So firstly, we have to assume the best intentions of those with whom we're speaking. Then we need to have one person speak at a time instead of trying to talk over each other. We need to make sure if we're in a group conversation at the dinner table or in the classroom that everybody has a chance to speak and share their point of view. And if necessary, even at home, we can raise our hand to show that we have something to say. We can speak openly, without judgment. That means really share our hearts and make sure that we're not hitting below the belt with our words, but that we're saying words that build each other up, even as we're talking through something that's difficult. And that we stop saying words that trigger others, that we don't say words that cut people down or make them feel hurt or that they have to protect themselves, but that we use words that build up no matter what. This is the way that we can work through difficult topics. A lot of people have different opinions about all the issues happening in our world, from vaccines to climate change to race to education, you name it. And the only way that we're going to make it through and solve these problems is if we choose to love in a big world. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time here on MusiCity Kids.